Hi, this is Suman, my wife of 7 years.
Hi, this is Shane Manning. We met in Dubai and this is where we live.
Favourite place as a family would probably be the Irish village.
Yeah, we met on the 1st of April 2004. And he was with friends and I was with friends, and he came and talked to me. And kind of just had a very brief meeting then.
I wasn't inebriated at the time, shall we say. Choose my words carefully here. But no, just, yeah, we were there. I was only there for a few hours because I had to work the next day, and sort of seen this big smile and bright red hair and went over and said hello. The marriage proposal was at, of all places, at a Robbie Williams concert here in Dubai. It was before the concert had started. I'd been thinking about it for a while. When I asked her, she turned around and looked at me and said, "Are you sure?" Well, I hope so.
The wedding, I just think looking back in church, when we did get married and just seeing all our friends and family there in the church. We had our wedding and our reception on the same day. So I wore my traditional sari and we had a very Indian reception.
Because my youngest brother, him and his friend made our wedding cake. They'd spent 2 days, they'd brought everything over from America. Sue's friends had owned a bakery, so they were in there, they made this 5-tiered Ferrero Rocher style cake.
When we found out we were actually pregnant, like the peeing on the stick, we had to go to see our doctor for a checkup, a quick, for him to tell us that we were pregnant. Did a blood test and our HCG levels were really high, so he said come back after a month and then we'll do your scan and then we'll see how many babies there are. And my uncles are twins and I've always wanted twins. And I just remember lying down, I was lying down, so I was thinking, oh my gosh, we've got twins, and Shane holding my hand really tight. And then he said...
The doctor was sort of sat there like this and he just looks up at me and says, "Never rains, it pours. There's the third." Financially, I think, in some ways we could be better off, when you look at the cost of living in this country, it's always increasing, but that's everywhere in the world, The cost of schooling here is crippling for families. It's excessively high, but we don't pay taxes, but we pay disguised fees for other things. And owning my own company, you take full brunt of it. It hits you with full force head on. Some other cross-cultural families have got, whether it be both sides or one side's parents, and the whole hierarchy of that family element is against a certain, coming together of a marriage like that. So Sue's parents have never sort of looked at me other than just as I am, not this person that could be a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu or something like that. So there's never been that pressure from her side.